So what is my tarot reading?
Shut up. I like this. It says a lot, and I'm not really sure how to interpret it. Because you got other people that are involved or something. Because you got these... Okay, so what I think's going on is that you have these two people. Either it's just an idea of two people or something like two people that's keeping... That's on, like, either side of what it is that you're trying to push forward. So, in some kind of way, I think you're constraining how it is that you are moving forward with what your drive is, like, personally, around all your other people, and how this one's talking about, it's like having come through kind of some kind of intellectual battle, and now you're kind of resting. You've, like, you fought, it's like, it's a very still card, there's no movement. It's just very, no movement really whatsoever in a kind of intellectual thing, because you just kind of come out of a recent working of things out, and now you're just chilling, so you're not really moving ideas anywhere in an intellectual matter right now.
Okay.
And it's in between these two people, do you know what I mean? Like, these things that you're doing is between these two people, so... But, like, under here, this one reversed, like, when it's not reversed, it represents some kind of, beginnings of a relationship with someone else in, like, an emotional sense. It's, like, a really...
When it's not reversed.
Yeah, so when it is reversed, I don't know if it's some kind of... It's just the opposite of what being in something that you know, you see as a beginning of some kind of, you know, long-lasting emotional growth with someone. And that's what this one is. Like, someone that you feel an intense connection with, that you want to move forward in and pursue further. But that's what it's not reversed, so it's the opposite of that. So it would be, I think, some kind of... And if it's what's underlying it, then it's like some kind of... I don't know.
Person I don't want to be with?
No.
What?
But, I mean, it is what... It's... That's the opposite of it. I'm trying to think what the opposite of that kind of feeling would be.
Okay.
If you're...
Well, you said that the 7 and 5 and 4 when we're people?
Yeah, this one, no, these two are people. The mother and the brother. So, this person is someone who is emotionally intuitive, but doesn't necessarily, you know, express what they're saying all the time in that sort of sense.
Mm-hmm.
And, it kind of fits with the colors here and here. So maybe it's someone that is in this relationship here. And someone that's, maybe got some kind of influence over what your drive is to move forward. Like, what your personal desires are. And, this one looks a lot like this one's got the 2 rainbow colors in it. So I think this intellectual thing has to do with someone else, maybe. But...
So what are the Courage and Earth cards about?
This one?
Yeah.
I honestly, what I think it is I think it's, you are, because this one represents, you have an end goal in mind, but you're like way the fuck over here, and it's like way the fuck over there. And like the path you need to take to get to it is kind of being crossed by problems and things that you need to overcome. But you know how you need to overcome them in a certain sense to be able to get to your goal. And this one represents, I told you, it's like the winds, like the air suits are kind of, they represent like logic and reasoning and, you know, intellectual pursuits and blah, blah, blah. And so this one represents a kind of stillness of it. Like, you're not really moving anywhere because you kind of found a harmony where you are now. So you're not really trying to pursue anything in an intellectual or logic sense because you've found something that does make sense for what's going on. But what I think is going on is that these two things are being constrained by these two people because you're fitting them into how your relationships are with them, or how you feel you need to fit with them.
Okay, so what 2 things are being constrained by these 2 people? What my,
How it is you need to overcome your obstacles.
Okay.
And what it is you feel you need to do to progress intellectually.
So my ability to overcome obstacles being inhibited by two people obstacles.
I think necessarily two people. It might not be two people. It's just some sort of outside forces outside yourself, or maybe, you know, just in a people sense. Okay. Something that you're trying to. I think it's you're trying to fit it into something, because this represents some kind of tension in a relationship, in an emotional sense. So maybe it's you trying to work that out. Maybe you recognize that there's something that's there that involves these people, or like this might be you, this might be you, this might be the other person, this might be you. I don't even know. Mm-hmm. But I think it's you trying to fit these things into what is going on with them in your relationship with them, as you maybe in a sense trying to work out whatever this problem is.
Okay, what about the mother card?
This one? Mm-hmm. Are you recording this right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. God, give me strength. I don't know. She's a person that she has great wealth around her. She's like attained much for herself in, you know, worldly possessions type things, because that's what the earth cards represent. They represent things that you put value on, that you obtain for yourself, that you put your efforts into gaining. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and like these represent like in your intellect. This represents your like fire, your drive, like what it is that you actually want to do to go forward. And this is what you obtain from going forward. Like you wanted to obtain from doing this. Do you know what I mean? This is getting it, and she has it all. Do you know what I mean? But her problem is that she's not paying attention to what she's been able to obtain for herself. She's more focused in on the money aspects of matters, or just like what it is that she needs to be doing to keep her situation the way it is. Do you know what I mean? So she's kind of closed off to all the beauty around her that she's been able to get for herself. So that's what this one is. Any other questions?
This is a person who's closed off to something?
She's closed off to... She doesn't necessarily pay attention to... what's the word I'm looking for? She doesn't necessarily appreciate what she's been able to obtain for herself through her work. She just is more focused on how she can get more, so she can get more. Do you know what I mean? She doesn't pay attention to the beauty around her, and she's not really content with what she has.
Okay. That's really creepy.
And so somehow I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good tarot reading.
Does it make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Good to go.
Want clarification on anything?
No, I'm straight.
I kind of liked it after hearing what you just told me.